Now getting into George Kirby a little bit. So, he's drafted first round in 2019. You're in the Mariners system at the time. At what point are you starting to hear about this guy and seeing what he does? 107 strikeouts and 6 walks his senior year or his last year in college at Elon. The guy has absolutely elite command. What were and then there was also articles, coming out after the draft. He was the command guy. And then there was articles when he was on the Travelers that he hit like 101 with a fastball. It's like, hold on, this guy might not just be a command guy, but he might be a power pitcher too. What was your experience seeing him?
Oof. So the whole dominate the zone thing originated 2016. I want to say was year one, and that was year one when I jumped on in Clinton, and that's what they told me. They said, "I like OOs, just win the OOs. Here's some information of why that's important." Uh, and every year just got more and more detailed and just kind of dove more and more into it. And you're watching these games day in and day out, and you're like, this is the game. If you just get into better counts, you win more at bats. If you win more at bats, you win that game. If you do that
Right.
consistently, you win more games than the other teams, and that means you win the league.
Hmm.
Uh, so it just became like extremely apparent. Like this is the key to this is the X's and O's and the strategy of how to move the ball closer and closer to the goal line, um, without skill. Like anybody can do it. Um, And so you saw guys in Clinton like have career years, even though they don't have good stuff, or Modesto or Little Rock, just by doing that. And every year we got more and more detail. Then it was OOs and 1-1s, and then it was OOs 1-1s, and now might as well we got to two strikes. Let's punch some tickets.
Hmm.
Um, and then we draft George Kirby, and I'm like, holy cow!
This is
uh,
the definition of dominate the zone.
like this guy was built in a DTZ lab. Like
Yeah.
he is Indominus Rex. Like this is the holy grail of strike throwing. And then yeah, then you know, coming from Elon, you just thought this was a command guy. Then you meet the kid, and he's not little. He was skinny at the time, but like so was Logan. Like these guys are 6'5", 6'6". Um, they're big dudes, and then all of a sudden he starts pumping hundreds. Um, and you're like, holy cow, like he is painting with 100. Like this is Jacob DeGrom. This is crazy.
Yeah.
And that wasn't even the like that doesn't even touch what George Kirby has been able to do. What again, fortunate to be able to play catch and watch what this guy can do every day. How far he's come, what he's been able to develop. You mentioned the two seam, like this was Robbie throwing a usual Robbie Ray pin of grunting cable heaters at the absolute top of the zone and throwing like three sliders strike to ball under, um, and started throwing this two seam. And he literally George was like, "Hey, how do you hold that?" And he was like this. He's like, "Oh, okay." Picked up his leg, threw one, and it took off like 18 inches of horizontal. What?
That might be useful.
Can you do that again? Yep. That was the bullpen, and in 2 days he threw it in the game. Like no hesitation, just yeah, screw it. I'll throw it to Vladdy with a runner at third and no outs. Break his bat. Like sure, why not? I've done this before.
Yeah.
Extremely gifted. Um, Stuff with command. It's super rare in this game. And again, let's not forget that this he's still a kid. Like he's he's very very young in his journey. He's got a lot of baseball left to play, and he's got a lot of development left, which is scary because he is already one of the best pitchers in the game.